Everybody knows space for activities is important. Of course. But sometimes, maybe, you yearn for a little bit more. Unfortunately, the mines are not for me. I need space, okay? To do what I like to do. And I'm gonna be sharing with you some of my favorite flat areas. There's gonna be at least one flat area for every biome. Some areas are functional, some areas are purely for their looks. Or I think they have some nice geological features around them that you can definitely take advantage of with a flat area. I had to go through this monstrosity of a map I have and just pick out a couple that I think are best. Okay, this area is located around -745, -665. One thing I like about this area is you have a lot of ground to choose from. The top area is incredibly flat, as well as the bottom area here. You do have some ore. You do have some coal. You have a lot to choose from. You can build a flat base up there. You can build a flat base at ground level. Then you also have a lot of flat plateaus that you can work with. It can add a lot of verticality to your build if that's what you're looking for. But if you're just looking for something functional, it might not be the best for coal, but there is a decent amount of ore. This area also goes up to here. It has some coal and ore close to each other. It's a lot of open space to work with up here. So I think this area is good for both functionality and visually. Around -450, -310. This area is mainly purely visual. I mean, you do have some sulfur, but you know, nothing to write home about. You also have these wider trees that, if you've seen my treehouse video, these are the trees that you can build on. I think you can build on every tree, but this tree is a lot easier because you have a lot more surface area to work with. This flat area is the main attraction for this spot, but you do have a lot in terms of selection. Some flat areas there. All of these little plateaus, nice around the perfect height to build some bridges. We love bridges over here. So yeah, this area, not very functional. However, it looks very nice and you can do a lot with it. The next spot is not technically just one spot. If you're just looking for unobstructed flat surfaces, you're really not going to get much better than these two areas. These two islands right here. These are located around -385, -10. They're at the northern part of the mainland. It's a lot of open space.
Do step class?
It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
Play Army Man?
Yeah.
And then this side, you also have some ore over here. Some nice visuals. But these, in my opinion, are really some of the prime flat spots. Such as this right here. On the easternmost side of the second island. Okay, this next area is just north of those two islands. This area is around -310, 350. This is the main flat area. However, you do have a lot of little plateaus that are nice. Mainly flat. Right around it. All up here. You also have some functionality being quartz up here. Now that's not really flat, but it is a decent amount of quartz nodes and quartz spawns right there. There are some random quartz spawns back here as well, along with ore. It's not the greatest, but over time, you know, it could add up. And this flat area extends for quite a while.
Look, Simba. Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Okay, this next area, I've actually already started to build here. It's a little different. It's not as large as maybe you'd like it.
That's what she said.
There's absolutely no functionality here whatsoever. But you have this nice area. The walls for this location are a little weird. I mean, I don't think it's a real wall. It's fake. This is a fake wall because you can build everything into it. You also have a couple other flat areas. A marketeer does spawn right here sometimes. You have a little flat area there. So yeah, this area is purely cosmetic. I think you can build some really cool things down here. Or you can build all the way up. There is some ore right up here. And a quartz node. Oh wait, there's two. Nice. Next area. This is located 295, 250. It's not completely flat, but you are able to make it flat with foundations. And it does have a nice spawn of coal right here. This next area at negative 252, negative 360, you might recognize. The area that I'm currently in does have a nice spawn of ore. As you can see, my Beyblades. You can build on all of these trees. These two plateaus are pretty level, so you can build over them. Flat, unobstructed room down here next to the ore spawns. And then right nearby, across the way, you have another nice flat area. You have little ponds right here. The top of this little cliff has a nice selection of both function and looks. You also have one singular coal spawn here. Have fun with that. This next area, negative 10, negative 485, is actually the location of one of my old builds. In this area, you have a good amount of ore spawns. You also have a lot of verticality that you can play with. Nice, unobstructed, flat spots, as well as a lot of room to choose from. There's a lot of little flat plateaus up here, all throughout this little section. And then onto the other side where I'm actually utilizing this large flat spot for a half effort farm. However, I really like this area right here indented into this cliffside or mountainside or giant rock side, whatever you would like to call it. There's some nice little things with the geography that you can do here. This next area at around 240, negative 20 is not the most functional. You have a couple of ore nodes, but I mean, what's that gonna do for you? But it is a nice open circle, perfect to fit a base. You can build on top of these stacks right here. And then close to this area, a little lake, some ruins, some flat areas over here actually. But then here you have a decent amount of coal, some ore right there. There's also this really cool cavern thing here that you can use and build in. Another very, very good functional flat area is actually right next to it. That's where I originally started. Right up here, there is a lot of coal and ore. It's not entirely flat. The center does have a bit of a raise to it. But if you're looking for pure function, there's this little plateau right here. And then we have this little area right near where we were earlier by negative 40, negative 480. This area is not really functional at all. I mean, you have a couple of ores and a rock and a tree or something, but good luck surviving with that only. And then, lastly, this is my personal favorite spot in the game. This entire island here. You have a lot of flat areas. Unless you are playing an entire playthrough with just sticks, it's not very functional. There's a couple ore nodes scattered around, but I mean, they're not next to each other. So what use is that? There's a lot of geographical features to play with, a lot of flat areas here. A marketeer spawns right down there, right down here. If this place had any good density of ore, I would probably just play here all game. I wouldn't leave, honestly.
I'm not leaving.
So yeah, this is my personal favorite island in the game. Now leave it up to you to find out where it is. It's not hard, but... Thank you for watching. I hope you like some of these areas. These are just some of my personal favorite areas. Not all of them are functional. And you know, not all of them look the best either, so... If you have any personal favorite areas, leave those in the comments. I'd love to hear what and why those are your favorites. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, Anyways, peace, love your friends, and I'm a firm believer that Neptune should not be a planet either. Okay, bye.